It's time for Dodger Baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Score! Will Smith. This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.
Dodgers have won it all in 2020.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation postgame show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. Thanks for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation postgame show. After LA, they completed the sweep against San Diego. I said it on Thursday on the Blue Heaven podcast that they would get the sweep. They broke out the brooms. It was sweep Diego, but today was all about Max Scherzer. The offense did come alive. You had a home run by Corey Seager. Mookie Betts had his second home run in consecutive nights. Justin Turner, the Dodgers offense really came to play. 8 runs. Blake Snell, he went out early with what looked like to be a groin injury, but it was all about Max Scherzer. He's seeing life in 3K. He's the certified shover boy. He was fantastic. He throws an immaculate inning, the 81st in Major League history. He flirts with his 3rd career no-hitter. It was 5 outs away from a perfect game. Was almost perfecto, but was still a wonderful performance. His ERA is now .88 in 51 innings with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and there's 2 things that I take away from this game. One, he's now the front runner to take home his 4th Cy Young in his career, and he would join a really, really exclusive class. We'll get into that in just a second. Then also, look, I'm less worried about the wild card game if we have to play it at home because you have Max Scherzer. He was absolutely dominating today. But let me get down below in the comment section. Give me one word to describe Max Scherzer's outing today. Let me know. Give me one word. What do you guys think? We got East. And also, let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation from. I need more zip codes. I need more area codes. I need you guys to tell me where you're repping the show from. You guys are coming right in with the takes, but let me know. Come on now. We got D-Mac. Happy Sunday, my dude. What up, Anthony Kane? I know you're excited about that performance by Max Scherzer. He was just absolutely outstanding. And what a special day at the Ravine. He's an absolute superstar. He's one of the greatest pitchers in the history of the game. Just look at the illustrious career he's put together. Look at the class that he joins. 19 pitchers. That is a very, very small group of elite. You got the Nolan Ryans, Randy Johnsons, the Clemens, the Steve Carltons, the John Smoltzes, the Walter Johnsons, the Pedro Martinez, the Greg Maddux. Hey, look, another former Dodger great, Greg Maddux, and Pedro Martinez. I'm not going to, of course, name Justin Verlander, but we got the 7-6-0 Carlsbad sweep to the mini hated ones, the Sadres. By the way, you guys know how to get down. If you get a good Padres pun, a good Padres diz, you're going to hear some Mortal Kombat finish him. And I know you guys bring the heat. And we got congratulations, Kenley. Yeah, definitely mash that hard button. By the way, yeah, mash that hard button for Max Scherzer. Mash that hard button and retweet and share button and like button for Kenley Jansen, too, who had another child today, which is great. And also, Kenley Jansen, 11 consecutive saves and a 1.29 ERA since you blew that save against the Giants' second blown save in consecutive nights back on July 22nd, so give him some credit too. But Belly on the rebound, Dave Stouffer, that's a take that I didn't want to. I made sure to include that in my notes for this postgame show because that will not go unnoticed too. That was good to see Cody Bellinger embracing whatever role they're going to give him and go up there and get his first extra base hit in almost a month. So that was definitely a positive sign, a step in the right direction. But anyone got some juice narrows? Doug, we need to fire Dave Roberts time and time again. He shows incompetence. How are you going to start with that, man? I love you, but bro, how are you going to start with that? Claire, good evening from Montreal. Scherzer is the real deal. Congrats on 3,000 Ks. Scherzer is the legend. I have a question for you guys. I want to ask you guys, too. And you know Clayton Kershaw, he's already goated. You know that there will be a statue, a jersey retirement. We know that he's right up there with Mr. Sandy Koufax when it comes to being a Dodgers legend. But who do you guys have as the pitcher of the of this current and last generation? Is it Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, or Clayton Edward Kershaw? I want your takes down below in the comment section. But let's effing go. Don Kim, what's up, D-Mac? A historic game. I will remember exactly where I was when 3,000 happened. Yes, right? This is one of those games where it just felt magical from the start. You saw the fire and intensity in Max Scherzer's eyes, and he knew that you knew it was coming. You knew it was coming in this game. And just look at that top of the second inning. It was stuff of legend for Max Scherzer to go out there, and he gets Tatis Jr. swinging, and then he goes out there and he gets Pham, he gets Hosmer, then he gets Tatis Jr. swinging, and when he throws that immaculate inning, then you know, okay, this is something really, really special here, because you're just not going to see that. You're just not going to see that very often, an immaculate inning, when you consider there's been, 333 or 313 no-hitters in the history of Major League Baseball, but there's been far less immaculate innings. It's just kind of almost a statistical oddity. Well, actually, no, there's 314 no-hitters now, of course, because of the team no-hitter with Burns and Hader. So, yeah, to see him go out there and accomplish that feat, I thought was really spectacular. He gets Tatis Jr. swinging on that slider, gets him a slider wave. Then Hosmer, he gets him swinging on a four-seam fastball, and then he gets Pham swinging with the fastball too. And that's the thing that really stuck out to me, was how good is this guy feeling? What is this guy like? And we talk about the TB12 method in Tom Brady and how he's been able to be so effective later in his career. I want to see the MS31 method with Max Scherzer, because this guy at his age, 37, he just does not, he looks better than ever. He's aging like fine wine, and you see Mad Max today, his heater topped out at 98 miles per hour. So he was feeling it. 98 on the heater, was averaging 95. He ended up getting 19 swings and misses, 6 from the fastball, 5 from the slider, 3 from the changeup, 3 from the curveball, and 2 from the cutter. That is what is so special about Max Scherzer. This guy can mix it up. He has that dynamic pitch mix that keeps hitters off balance, and when he's watching him is like watching a master at work. And today was an absolute virtuoso performance by Mad Max. But here we go. This is your one word describing Max Scherzer. If you have not given me your one word to describe his outing today, be sure to drop those. Matthew Thomas over on YouTube says dominant. A sale loner says nice. I like that, a sale loner. Ricky says mad. Yes. We got it's coming together, D-Mac from Doom_Sal. It really is. Yes, the Giants now on a 7-game winning streak. They've now won, and the Dodgers have now won 91 games. And like I said on Thursday, this team, in most years, we would just be looking at a cushion. We would be thinking about how we're going to lamp this rotation, giving guys rest, and we would be looking forward to a champagne celebration for the Dodgers' 9th straight NL West title and another 100-win season. And it's only happened a couple times, the 104-win season in 2017 and the 106-win season in 2019. Yes, last year the team was on pace to win well over 100 games, but it's a 60-game season. So I think that this it should not go unnoticed how special this team is, especially when you consider we're almost at 40 pitchers used this year and a lot of injuries up and down this Dodgers lineup and key injuries to the starting rotation and relievers. So we got Joseph Megazin. He says nice, too. I like your expectations. You guys got that cool vibe. It's nice. I think you wanted that perfect game. You wanted at least a no-hitter based on how things were going. Antonio Barajas over on YouTube says legendary from the 509. I like you. You gave me the name and you gave me your area code. We got Denny Cortez on Facebook says from the 909 Colton, what's immaculate inning? Unstoppable. We got all right. We got let me pull up my thing. We got Perfect Missouri. Oh, you're from the home of Max Scherzer. We got 714 from Bleed Blue 26. Jade the 213. We got Dominant from EB. Here we go. We got Bob Nightingale says, all right. We got Walter. What's an immaculate inning? Can someone explain? So if you don't know what an immaculate inning is, that is one single inning. We have 3 strikeouts on 9 pitches. So like I said, it's more of a statistical oddity but it's still such an impressive feat because, like I said, I mean, you would think, hey, going up there and getting maybe 3 soft ground outs would be more impressive because, you're getting 3 outs on. We've seen very short innings at times for a lot of pitchers, especially ones that know how to induce soft contact. But when you see an immaculate inning, yes, of course, you get the foul balls in there, but for the most part, you're just dominating. You're missing bats, and yeah. He pitches the 3rd in his career. Mad Scherzer, I like that, is a badass. We got pound for pound beast. We got Magical. We got Sonora, Mexico from Marco Beltran. We got pay the man whatever he wants and let him end his career as a Dodger. Do any of you guys have any contract offers you want to make for Max Scherzer? Do we offer him max money? Do you just give him whatever you want? Do you back up the Brinks truck for him? To me, I think in 3 years, 80, something like that, possibly with the club option. We'll see what happens with Clayton Kershaw. We'll see what happens with some other pitchers. But I definitely think at this stage you have to really consider bringing him back. I think that's something you really want to do. So here we go. We got keep on playing Lux. He brings back energy. That's from Careless Whisper. Yes, that is something that we're going to have to talk about is Gavin Lux. He's looking so much better at the plate, and you look at him today, but Gavin Lux, he ends up going 2 for 2, does Gavin Lux, and he's going up there and he's getting base hits. He's putting the bat on the baseball, and I think that's what's important. That is what we want to see Matt Beatty come up and do. Matt Beatty goes 0 for 1 in a pinch hit appearance today, but watching Gavin Lux come up here and have some success early with another opportunity in the show, I think is really, really big. I think that having Gavin Lux up here and being a contributor, having something to build on, and being a guy that can play a role for this team. And look, give him credit, man. They are asking him to go out there and play the outfield when he's been training primarily to be a second baseman. So shows his positional versatility. I've talked to people that have said that ultimately he would end up in the outfield, but they didn't think it would be this soon. But if you look at Gavin Lux yesterday, he goes 2 for 2 as well, and yesterday he wrote that double. So he has a very nice start for Gavin Lux, and I've heard all out there. People think he's going to be a bust. People say Gavin sucks, Gavin this, Gavin that. Hey, Gavin Lux is still incredibly young, age 23. He was one of the hottest prospects in Major League Baseball heading into last season, and then you had the nightmare COVID season, everything that just was a big step back for not just him, but all kinds of young players around the league. So, look, it's tough to get time with the Dodgers in the show with all the depth and talent they have. So to see him come up and perform early on, I think is so big. But Larry Scott, what up, my man? The 760, what up, Doug? Anthony Keene, lame Diego strikes again. Finish it. I got you. Lights out from Fish Puck. I like that. You combined it so it counts. Padres tears taste good. Yeah, they always do. Ari Swirlo, yo, D-Mac, what's your fantasy football team looking like? We'll say that to the end when we get the nitty-gritty guys that stay to the 40, 50th minute. I'll tell you what's up. You tell me who you got though. Who you got? I will say I got Kyler Murray for the second straight year. I'll give you that much. And he carried me last season. We'll see if we can repeat that magic. I didn't really see very much football. That's why I wore this shirt today. I love baseball because look, football is great. But don't forget, we're still deep in the best part of the season in Major League Baseball. We got the playoffs looming, and we got the Dodgers going neck and neck, toe-to-toe in a pennant race down the stretch here. We got Giants has the easier schedule of the two. We need to be that's debatable. I mean, we can discuss that. I wouldn't declare that though. I think with the Dodgers, they do. I mean, you got the 9-game road trip. You got them going against the Reds, going against the Brewers. They're still going up against a hot and hungry Braves team, and I still think that the Dodgers will have their opportunity against the Giants. But we'll go through that in a second. Hey, D-Mac, how were those carne asada fries? My man, they were fire. I don't know your contact information, but I was thinking, man, if I ever knew Ben and Cozy, I should send him a picture of these because they were fire. They were dank, and I appreciate you, my man. I had a little left over cash-wise, so I put that in a pot. This big pot I have saved for that I'm going to send to the Dodgers and Andrew Freeman to put towards Max Scherzer's contract. So Scherzer was yelling juice for sure. We got I'll take Scherzer over Kershaw any day. He always steps up in big games. Who's Scherzer and Brady's trainer? I need the at ASAP. No, I mean, seriously, man. Epic from Gabby Garcia. Don Kim, can't wait for your offseason Dodger Dog rumor meter on Scherzer re-signing with the Dodgers. Don Kim. Oh, wait, that's not that one. Always a real one, always rocking with us, and you will see the return of the Dodger Dog meter. I'm hoping we can give it a 4 Dodger Dogs and a Michelada, which would be a Eric Gagne game over, meaning he's guaranteed to come back. But awesome. I like that. Showtime. That's perfect homework over on YouTube. Lynn M. Intense. Lynn M., what's up? Can I get a pun? Have you been missing some shows? I need a pun right now. Mad Boss from Jonathan. Dan Inspiration. Max, top 5 best pitcher of all time. Don't at me if you disagree. Ari Swirlo. Doug, what are your thoughts on UCLA football this year? I'm feeling good about it. I'll tell you that much. I'm feeling pretty good. Massey Friends not feeling so good. They naming a lot of coaches at this point that they want to see replace Helton. But Mad Max is simply a beast, dopest, aggressive. We got Dave Roberts has to be manager of the year. So a lot of differing opinions when it comes to Mr. Dave Roberts. And reality is he's never lost the division as the Dodgers manager. Yes, he did get the keys to a nice Rolls Royce with the talent, but the buy-in factor is there, and he's kept this team going and fighting through a lot of adversity this year. And look, if he does win the division despite all of the injuries the Dodgers have had to overcome this year, I definitely think he's a serious contender, no question about it. Once AJ comes back, where is he going to go in the order in the lineup? I think he goes right back to left field. Junior Tatis Jr. Re-sign Scherzer is a must. Thanks for giving us Mad Max. We got Mad Max Scherzer automatic. Okay, Alex, you won. Alex, you won. I got to give you that. Immaculate. There you go. You win.
You win.
I like that. Immaculate. From Alex over on YouTube. Mad Max Scherzer. Lux is setting a good example for Belly. Give Scherzer Bauer's money. We will get that back. This team is special. That injuries couldn't slow them down. Our boys are relentless and fighters. That's from Jermaine Armento over on Facebook. Jeffrey Gonzalez. Scherzer has been everything for us. Him, Urias, and Buehler have been quite a trio. And tomorrow, some dude named Kershaw is back. Who's that? Is that guy they're calling up? Not familiar. No, I mean, I'm excited to see Clayton Kershaw tomorrow. I really hope he comes in, executes. I hope, as long, like I said, if he's a happily married man, but he has that slide piece. And as long as he has that with him, he's going to give you quality. You're going to see it almost 50% of the time. And as long as he has the command of that fastball, doesn't allow it to catch too much of the plate, locates it well, he's going to be up there and he's going to be effective for the Dodgers. And I hope that his arm looks fresh. So here we got some contract offers for him, for Max Scherzer. Lux is setting, this is from Joseph Megazzini, a real one, a day one, I should say, of the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Lux is setting a good example for Belly. Stop swinging for the fences and just put the ball in play. Yeah, I mean, look, approach is a big factor. You want to be, he does have a big swing. Yes, he could benefit from shortening that swing and trying to be more of a line drive hitter, and I do think that's something they will look into. But if you still had the power of that shoulder, I mean, kind of his all-or-nothing belly bomb style is kind of what makes him enticing because, like I said, you want that power from a guy like Cody Bellinger, and if he's right and he can get you 30, 35, 40 bombs, and you sacrifice some of that average for just hits, I mean, look, in this day and age, the 3 true outcome era, you're going to want a guy go up there like Cody Bellinger and get you some bombs. But I do definitely think that he will make some adjustments. And I think if I'm Cody Bellinger, you adjust based on your current physical condition. I mean, if it doesn't mean you saw what they did with his stance, move it in a little bit and modify that to an extent. And when it comes to the mechanical issues up and down his swing, I do think it is the injury that is holding him back. And today was a good sign, though. Seeing him hit the ball hard and get an extra base hit, build some confidence, and then look, I think that it comes down to what he's doing in between games with the rehab, with not just rehab, just not rehab. He's past that point, of course, but I mean, just find a way to get himself in optimal physical condition, try to build the strength. I mean, that's one thing. Cody Bellinger, I mean, he looks much leaner than in previous years, and yeah, I mean, just building that strength. Getting stronger. Here we go. D-Mac. Good to see Lux hitting again. Beatty pooped the bed from carnivorous lunar activity. Strider, hear you. Let's go Dodgers. Lux doesn't have that defeated look anymore. He looks confident and comfortable again. Yes, Lux made me big money on FanDuel from Adam. Good for you. Props. Get that bag. Max equals max money. Gavin Lux came through and Beatty didn't. Look, I mean, Beatty's going to need some more at-bats as well. I mean, he's a guy that since starting the season 1 for 11 was hitting 272 the rest of the way before this recent call-up. And I think Matt Beatty's another guy up there like Gavin Lux, like you said, that's going to go up there and have that base hit approach where you just want to put the bat on the ball. And then, look, if there's certain counts where you want to take off and try to hit one to the moon, that's definitely going to be there. But I think Matt Beatty going up there, being the hitman like his name is gonna give the Dodgers a different dynamic when he gets his opportunities. But all in all, I mean, I think the big story too that can't go unnoticed is Mr. Marcus Lindbeth, the face of the franchise. He had another big day, and yesterday, really the deciding home run with that 3-run bomb. You heard Joe Davis say teams win 80% of their games when they hit a 3-run home run, and that was big. And then today, going up there, so confident. Look, you guys heard me at the break. I basically promised you Mookie Betts would catch fire. Yes, you had the setbacks. He did get the injection, which helped that pain subside. And you can see he's really starting to heat up and just be more of a consistent hitter. His last 6 games, he has an OPS over 1,000 heading into this one. So yeah, Mookie Betts is really starting to tear the cover off the baseball. But here, maybe Lux can be the utility guy, Diane Schroeder. That's a really, really good point. Diane Schroeder might be one of my favorite takes of the day so far. And that is because, look, Zach McKinstry, I was calling him the Zach of all trades early on because he was fantastic to start the year. He had the average over 300. He was hitting bombs. He was getting extra base hits, playing second. You saw him in some outfield. But Gavin Lux we've seen him even at third base this year. We've seen him at second. We've seen him at shortstop. Look, I feel like we don't really give Gavin Lux the credit he deserves for being that guy that filled in for Corey Seager when he was out, and then you see him being a competent corner outfielder. I think it's a great point that if Zach McKinstry isn't that Kike Hernandez type that we hoped he would be. We thought he was going to be a better bat-to-ball, more pure hitting version of Kike Hernandez, but on the left side of the plate. Then I think Gavin Lux is a guy that can do that. I think that the organization, their hopes for Gavin Lux is that he's an everyday second baseman or shortstop or infielder or just an everyday big leaguer for his future based on the fact that they have so much invested in Gavin Lux and all the hype that was surrounding him as he had that meteoric rise. And look, I mean, when they drafted him in 2016 with the 20th pick, they drafted him hoping that the kid from Kenosha was going to be an elite big league and impact player, and I still think that that's in the cards for Gavin Lux. But here we go. Elijah Anthony, DMAC.com. You cracked me up, Elijah.
Bruh.
Lux will be fine. He needs innings. Scherzer, such an amazing pitcher now. Sweep Diego. Yeah, by the way, give me some broomstick emojis for this sweep of San Diego. And yeah, it was really cool to see Max Scherzer go out there. Did you guys? You know how you can feel these things. Did you really feel like he was going to throw that perfect game? Because it really felt like with the pitch count like it was, with the velocity, if you look at he's a guy that gets stronger as the game gets longer, and the pitch count was there. He was locating. He was focused like he always is. I truly believe that at worst he was going to take home that. Murray did well today, D-Mac. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love the channel, brother. Hey, my man. Thanks, Robert, over on YouTube. Thank you very much. Roy Estrada, Dodgers Nation. Kershaw has been good for us, but it's time to send him out to pasture. He needs to accept going to the bullpen or let him go. He can't go long innings without getting hurt. Oh, I like this. The new one, Strider. You spank Diego. That's what I'm talking about. I might even go 2 years, $45 million. Kershaw tomorrow. Sweep Diego. Scherzer, so amazing. Yes, Lux deserves a spot on the roster. We got Murray. I'm happy for Gavin. Keep it up, fella. Ray Barsimeon. All year long, I've been saying that when this long, winding road of a baseball season is finally over, the Dodgers will be the final team standing in the baseball world and will be a repeat as World Series champions. I have a feeling I'm going to be right, too. Max Mode, Cody Better, Swing, and Stance from Craig Osterberg over on YouTube. The Poop Drays stunk it up from Joe Correo. Strider, Max Mode. Strider, D-Mac, I'm glad our offense scored 8 runs today, but hope to see more consistency from now on. I'm not saying we need to score 10 runs and get hits, but when they do, they matter the most. Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, look, make no secret about it. This offense has been struggling of late. We can't downplay that because it's been a reality. They're averaging just over 3 runs their last 25 games heading into this series, batting near the Mendoza line. And then Friday, Urias, he was sensational. He was phenomenal. He goes Julio Urias. I mean, that was the story on Friday. He goes 7 innings, had the 7 punch outs, and then the Dodgers scored 3 runs. Yesterday, Walker Buehler, another solid start, another 7-inning performance, and then tonight, Max Scherzer, they spot him 8 runs, and you saw that offense start picking up, and then obviously, when you think of the situation, Blake Snell, he goes down with, it looked like an apparent groin injury, some type of lower body injury, which I think if you're the Padres, you'd welcome that versus anything having to do with his arm. So that definitely played a role. But another big thing to do was the Dodgers getting those home runs off breaking balls. First pitch swinging, Corey Seager on that slider. You saw Mookie Betts. He crushed that curveball. He was living his Betts life. And then you saw later in the game, where Justin Turner, he hits that bomb. That was actually on a heater right in the heart of the plate, right in his nitro zone. Little center cut action there. He hits that one out. And then Muncy, it was nice to see Muncy get it going too. He hit that cutter inside. He hit that one for a double there late in the game, late in the bottom of the 7th inning. That made it 6-0. Well, actually, that was before. That made it 3-0, and then after that, Justin Turner hit that bomb that made it 6-9, the 3-run shot. And that's another thing too is seeing Justin Turner, seeing guys like Max Muncy. We really need them to pick it up. They've been slumping of late, but to see Justin Turner get another bomb today, his 24th home run of the season. The power numbers are solid. Looking for him to pick that, and we're seeing the power from him late, so that's definitely a positive sight. So definitely down the stretch, we're going to need to see that. And but today, really, the story was Max Scherzer dominating. But let's go back to these comments here. D-Mac, yo, what up, dog? What up, AC? Bring out the broom, SD Scherzer. Here we go. Anthony King, considering the drama of the season, I think Dave is for sure manager of the year. I mean, for sure, he definitely. I mean, I know that a lot of you guys have your issues with Dave Roberts, but let's see how it finishes. Because if he definitely finds a way to catch the Giants and finish the season not only with the division win and not only extending that Dodgers division streak to 9 years, but also finishing with the best record in baseball, because that is most likely going to be the case between the Giants and the Dodgers. Whoever finishes with the most wins between those two will most likely have finished with the best record in baseball. I think you definitely have to consider it. Yes, he definitely has a lot of talent, but there have been injuries. There's been off-the-field drama. And you got to get guys to buy in, especially when you have such a collection of superstars like they have. I think with this performance, Max Scherzer will definitely win Cy Young. Strider, hear you? Yeah, I mean, I think yesterday, Corbin Burns, he left that game after 115 pitches. Josh Hader got the job done. That turned out to be the 314th no-hitter in Major League history. So thankfully, he wasn't able to finish that job, because that would definitely help his case, because he is the F-WAR leader. I mean, he's got the WAR, but Max Scherzer, few more really solid performances considering how hot he's been of late and the impact he's had on the Dodgers. And if the Dodgers finish with the best record, I mean, this season he's now 14-4, which I don't carry weight with wins and losses pretty much at all. But I think he's a guy that's definitely going to be firmly in the mix. It feels like Walker is still in the mix if he puts together a few more dominant starts and he finds a way to get that lowest ERA. That's going to be big. But Max Scherzer around 2.11, I believe, after today, and just how good he's looked, that would be really, really big. I mean, you would put him in the mix with the Steve Carltons and the Greg Maddoxes, guys who have 4 Cy Young awards, and then only guys who have more are Randy Johnson with 5 and Roger Clemens with 7. But here we go. We got Belly was great today. Who gets a bigger deal, Max or Kersh? I think 100% Max Scherzer will get a bigger deal than Kershaw. Tomorrow we get shut out and lose 1-0. I mean, there's a part of me that wants to think like, oh man, be more positive, but I know what you mean. I mean, this team, look, averaging over 6 runs and wins, over 2 runs and losses, and you see that with a lot of the good teams this year, the Giants, the White Sox, the Yankees even. There's a lot of teams out there with kind of a boomer bust offense, and I like the way this sets up for the Dodgers. No question, you got to sweep the Diamondbacks. You got to break out the brooms, step on their throats. You got to slap the snake just like a snake charmer, and you win those games. And then, to me, those 3 at Cincinnati, who they've started to slip a little bit, but they're still in the mix for that second wild card game spot. You know they're going to be fighting till the end. That's the big key right there, is that 9-game road trip for the Dodgers. So breaking down the schedule for you guys, you got 3 at home against Arizona starting tomorrow with Clayton Kershaw back on the mound. Tommy Lasorda bobblehead night, which is really cool. And then you go at Cincinnati for 3, then at Colorado for 3, then at Arizona for 3. So we know playing at Colorado can be tricky, but Dodgers should be able to go in there and take care of business. At worst, win 7 of 9, hopefully 9 of 9 on that roadie, and then you come home to play the Padres for 3, and then you also got to play the Brewers, whose season could be all but wrapped up by that point. And I think they're going to be at a point where they're going to be resting starters. I think that the Dodgers should have a good situation when it comes to closing the year against the Brewers, and considering what will be at stake for the Dodgers and potentially what won't be at stake for Milwaukee. They're not going to be in a position where they're fighting for best record in Major League Baseball or anything significant on the line. So I think that plays the Dodgers' favor. Now we can troll the Padres and call them Sad Diego and Scam Diego and Sham Diego and we body slam Diego. But hey, when the clock strikes midnight tonight, I'm going to be the Padres' biggest fan tomorrow, because they're going to be facing the Giants for a 4-game series, and they're a team that they're going to want to go in there and take care of business too up in San Francisco. And I do think the Padres can definitely go up to San Francisco and get a few wins, no question about it. So I think that in the next couple days, we should see some movement in the Dodgers gaining some ground on the Giants. So I like the Dodgers' chances right here. I mean, I really do. So if you look at what's upcoming for the Padres, they got 4 at home against San Diego, 3 at home versus the ATL. Then they have an off day next Monday, and then they have 3 at San Diego, 3 at Colorado, and then 3 at home versus the Arizona Diamondbacks, and then to close out the year, another 3 against San Diego. So look, I mean, the best thing possible is for the Padres to go up there and win some games, and I definitely think the Dodgers are still in a great position to still win this division. Let me know down below in the comments, yes or no, do you think the Dodgers will win the division still? But San Diego went from swag chain to chain gang. The Judo Joker hooking up with $10 going towards the Max Scherzer pot and some carne asada fries and possibly a michelada or a Pacifico Modelo. I don't know what I'm going to crush today. But vacationing Nats fans, hey, what up, man? Nice to have you here. As a great Mad Max is, I still don't think people who vacationing Nats fans here, as great as Mad Max is, I still don't think people who don't root for him every 5 games get the full picture of what he brings to a team. Go get Max and trade another ring. That's from Judo Joker. I really appreciate you rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Some Nats fans. I mean, that's a great point. I always tell people, look, you think you know someone, you don't know a player really until they play for your own team. We've appreciated Max Scherzer from afar. We've seen him dominate. He's been one of the great pitchers in this league for quite some time, but you see the intensity that he brings, not just for himself on the mound, but just the demeanor of everyone on the diamond when he's out there. It's palpable. You can feel it, and we're going to do everything in our power to go out there and get that World Series title. And that's what I've been telling some people too. Look, yes, we could slip in that wild card game. Yes, I've started to accept that as a reality at this point. And if we do get there, we got Max Scherzer and Trey Turner looking at us and saying, hey, there was a team in 2019, I forgot who they beat, but they win it, and they won that wild card game. Shout out to Grisham. And they went out to win the World Series. So it's definitely possible. I see your broomstick emoji, sweep from Diane Schroeder. You got Anthony Keene, Danny Cortez. Proud to have Max, dmac.net. That's not a site, but you can buy the domain. And should play Lux at second, Trey Turner in the outfield. At DMAC Slam. Diego Steven Toad, hook it up for $19.99. Please add this to the Scherzer fund. DMAC, DMAC, what was the last Dodgers game you went to? It was actually with my coworkers here at Dodgers Nation. We had a little party at it was Trey Turner's first home run game when it was the Mets versus the Dodgers back in August. I got to get out to the Ravine. It's been a couple weeks now, but this was the last game I went to. It was Trey Turner's first home run. It was a nice sight to see. It was the Los Dodgers weekend, so that was good times. Last month, what was your last game? Let me ask you that. Max Mania, I like that. Blake Snell looked done for weeks. Yeah, I mean, you never want to see that ever. I don't care who it is, your worst enemy, this and that. Injuries in sports, you want everyone to be healthy and competing at the highest level. And he's been so effective of late. You saw he was the one who was flirting with the perfect game last week against the Angels. No, actually, it was this week. It was earlier this week against the Angels. And yeah, it's unfortunate. He had, his ERA close to 8 in day games. So who knows what would have happened for the Dodgers had they lost. Had Blake Snell stayed in on this game. We know that he can get real hot, and we know that when he's on, he's one of the toughest pitchers to get to, and I was really looking forward to that pitcher's duel between Snellzilla and Mad Max, but it just wasn't to be. Hopefully, nothing serious with that injury, and he can get back out there on the mound in short order here. But not a bad collection. Give Doc a raise. It's funny. That's why it's so fun to be a Dodger fan. A lot of teams, a lot of sports, pretty much everyone just agrees on a lot of things, right? If you're a Chiefs fan, you don't really debate who should be the starting quarterback of the Chiefs, right? Or who should be the head coach of the Chiefs. But I think the fun thing about being a Dodger fan is there's so many different things to debate. Who's the closer? Who should be starting game one? Who should be batting leadoff? Who should be the manager? That's why, to me, baseball is the best sport because, I don't know about you guys, it's kind of fun to argue sometimes, and baseball definitely lends itself to that, and specifically this Dodger team. But how you guys feel about Mookie Betts hitting leadoff? I think that's been proven. I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I thought that I wanted Trey Turner up there, but to see the success that Mookie Betts is having today, he goes 2 for 4, another home run today for Mookie Betts. Trey Turner does go 1 for 4 today, which is definitely good. And yeah, he's a guy that I think that if it all works out, he can provide some power with that 3-hole. And then look, Mookie Betts, we saw all the success this team had with him in the leadoff spot, and you really can't go wrong. You're picking between Ferraris and Lamborghinis at that point, and the Lamborghini, actually pretty much, Trey Turner, you got to call him pretty much a Bugatti at this point, but with how fast he is. But here we go. We got Madres. We got congrats to Kenley Jansen and the family. Hey, D-Mac, at Disneyland enjoying this win. All right, Scott Schultz, man. Hey, ride Space Mountain for me. Adam is hot pods get hits. Bruh, Urias needs way more Cy Young love. Wins used to matter a lot more. Anthony Keene. Yeah, I put something about on the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, go to youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. And yes, 17 wins. It's a great accomplishment. To me, the way he has fared in the second half of the season, the lowest ERA in Major League Baseball since July 1st. I definitely think that he's definitely in the mix as far as he will get some votes down that ballot, but I still think he's just one little tier below the Scherzers and the Buehlers and the Burns at this point. And to me, that is, you just want to be at the table, right? And he's at the table now with the Cy Young contenders, as far as if you're going to name 5 guys or 6 guys. And for the trajectory of his career to be in that mix, I think that speaks volume to the work that he's put in. And he's already doubled his career high in innings, which was 79 1/3 back in 2019. Now he's over 163. And he's just shown a lot of growth this year, and I'm so proud of Julio Urias. I still call him the Urias, even if he's the third in the rotation, because I do think that he's far from peaking. And I think that not this year, but I do think in the next few years we'll be talking about Julio Urias. I think from start to finish, you'll see. He had a couple starts where the earned runs were up. He had to start in San Diego post the MLB crackdown on sticky stuff, where he gave the home run to Cronenworth, and Machado had a little bit of a rough outing, but I still think that, like I said, his best baseball is still ahead of him, and that's a great thing for the Dodgers. But Padres not beat the Giants. Do you guys think? In the 4-game set, San Diego versus San Francisco. How many games do you think the Padres will take from them? Do you guys have any confidence there? I picked the Dodgers to win the division. I'm going to stick with that. That's from Anthony Keene. Yes. Get the losing straighted Giants. They can take 2 out of 4 from the Giants. There we go. Welcome, Nats fans. We love Max. Yeah, we love Max Scherzer, and we'll be rooting for our boys Gabriel Ruiz and Josiah Gray. Scherzer is nails. We have to re-sign him. Thanks, Nats Nation. The Madres are nomads. That's from Diane Schroeder and Charles Julian. And Blue Magic says, thanks, Magic. Thanks, Nats Nation. Martin Villasenor says, yes, definitely we will win the division. Melva Espinoza says, yes, my boys in blue will win the division. Ray Barcemian says, can't wait till we get Clayton back. Then our 4-man rotation will be mowing down hitters one after another. That's what I'm talking about. Ray Barcemian, you're always a Mitch Latta half full type guy. Max Kuhn, now we got to cheer for the Padres to smash the Giants. They have 9 games left. 9 games. I'm telling you, the Padres are a team that can go up there and beat the Giants. And trust me, like that is going to be. Look, I'm gonna be watching all those games. Just put it like that. And the Dodgers taking care of business. It in sweeping them puts them in a situation where they have to continue to have that sense of urgency against them, because right now Cincinnati has leapfrogged them, and Cincinnati, they'll be taking on the Dodgers. So you have a lot of real postseason relevant, significant baseball coming up for a lot of teams around the league. And I think that's what this league wanted. That's why they created this wild card game, because they wanted teams out there on the mix. Don't look now, but it's the St. Louis Cardinals, a team that took 2 of 4 from the Dodgers. They're right in the thick of it too. And I mean, it's crazy to think the Dodgers are 16 games up. 16 games up in the wild card race at 91 and 53. And then you have Cincinnati. They're at 75 and 69, and then the Padres at 74 and 68. So a lot of separation between those two. Look at the Dodgers run differential at 234, well out in front of any team. It's just a matter of trying to catch that team. But the other thing too is look, the Brewers, they are climbing. I mean, like they're just they're 89 and 55. So if they get hot and the Giants slip, I mean, they could be in the mix for best record. So I'm hoping that they fall lose some games where they're not having to fight for that home field advantage throughout at the very end there. But if you look at their schedule, I think that, and then Woodruff. Did anyone know what happened with Woodruff? I got the fantasy note. He's been my dog on fantasy. I saw these things day to day, right? So. I'm not sure what's wrong with him, but I'm going to have to check that out. Lakers will win the championship this year and also apply for ARRP. I think that's what you meant. That's hilarious, man. Go Lakers. Newsstands for Belly, EB that right. Betts, Turner, Muncy, Seager, JT, first 5. Deborah Young, we need the Padres to crush the Giants. Cool. Thanks, Danny. Is Kershaw starting? Yes, Clayton Kershaw will be starting. Yes, the San Diego Padres. It's no coincidence that the pitcher with the most run support has the most wins. Julio Urias is still a good pitcher, though. Yeah, I mean, Julio over 7 runs a game with run support. Yeah, I mean, still, though, I mean, you got to go out there. Look, I mean, we can get to the wins and losses debate, but basically, back in 2018 when DeGrom won, that was the end of the wins and losses being, such a major factor. And if you guys watched the one I did on Julio Urias, kind of get into this. It was this guy named Henry Chadwick, who was like one of the fathers of baseball. He's the guy who created the stat. And basically back in the day, most pitchers, you would go 9 innings no matter what, unless you were injured, or you would take another position on the diamond. And so it made more sense because you would get the win or the loss. And even way back in the day, in 1932, I think Van Johnson, the guy who created the American League, he wanted to do away with the wins and loss thing. But it's okay. I mean, it's fine. 3-1, Frisco wins the series from AC. Dodgers body slam Diego this weekend. Go Dodgers. Larry Scott, stinker home because I think one thing and hope another. We got Padres 2 out of 4 from the Giants. I'll take that, Diane Schroeder. I definitely will, because if we take care of business, we'll be closing it back around that half-game deficit. Because remember, it's 3 games in the loss column, 2.5 in the win column, but look, it all even out in the end. But Michelada half full. Hey, man, that's how I live my life. Stupid Diego. I haven't heard that one. So based on originality, you're going to get this. Sorry, Buehler supporters, but Scherzer is the ace of the Dodgers staff, no question about it. I think with the Dodgers, you can truly say there is multiple aces. I mean, most teams you can really have that debate, but if you had to pick one guy to pitch, and Buehler has a 2.35 career postseason ERA and 61 1/3 innings pitched. Scherzer a little over 3, but more innings, but still he was dominant. At times last year, no question about it. And, it depends on the Buehler you're getting. If we're getting the Buehler that's going up there, reaching up towards 99 and 100 and missing bats and mowing guys down, and you're adding in his knuckle curve, and you're adding in that cutter and that slider and doing the pitch mix like we've seen this year, because we've seen more of a pitch-to-contact Buehler this year than the missed-bat Buehler we see in the postseason. But if you're getting a combination of those two, I think it's a tough call, and I think at that point you're really splitting hairs. But based on who the hottest pitcher is right now, if it was tomorrow and both pitchers were available, like let's say Max Scherzer and Buehler didn't pitch Saturday, I think you would go with Scherzer. But I think that Buehler is due to get re-energized, reinvigorated. You saw the velocity was up back where it was for the majority of the season yesterday, so I'm feeling really good about him again. He had one clunker. It was against San Francisco, and based on the quality, all the quality starts this year, first time he hadn't gone at least 5 innings all season long. And, he just set such a standard that and an expectation that we have for him that really it just comes down to that. But, make no mistake about it. Max Scherzer is not just the hottest pitcher on the Dodgers. He's the hottest pitcher in baseball. So it's tough to argue with that. Say San Francisco will easily sweep San Diego. Oh, please, Justin. I was trying to be optimistic, but that's your who knows? That's possible. Micheladas are nasty drinks, EB. SD split. Okay, San Diego. Too easy to make fun of. Blue Magic. Hello, Dodgers Nation. I love the Dodgers. That's from Skate or Die over on YouTube. Cesar, what up, sub D-Mac? Was at the game. What a game. Got dried in the sun out there, but all good. Hey, man, I like the fried egg emoji and the smile. Hey, man, you witnessed history today, man. You witnessed history. And that was pretty awesome to see. I mean, to see the history that you saw, the 3,000 strikeout, to see the Immaculate inning, that was crazy. But what you're never going to forget is Austin Adams. And Austin Adams breaking the record for most HBPs. That, to me, is something you're going to be telling your grandkids about for years to come. But Zima, how do you think is going to win tomorrow's game? I think the Dodgers will go out there and take care of business. I like the way this offense is trending with Trey Turner, Justin Turner, Max Muncy, Will Smith, guys coming alive. And also something, too, is we just dropped a video on YouTube about Dave Roberts talking about A.J. Pollock's injury, and there's some positive news with that, and it hasn't been as bad as they originally thought it would have. So hopefully we can get our Pollo back soon here. But we got Ghost Cat D-Mac. Do you think we can catch up to the Giants for the division? I definitely think we can, and I think we will. And I think that a lot of that is based on how good the team plays today. When I say the team, I mean the San Diego Padres. If the Padres can go and take 5 of 9 from San Diego, if they can, if they can go up there and play good baseball, we know the Padres our team that's tough at home. And this Giants team, I mean, they've won 7 straight. They've had the magic all season long. Will that continue wire to wire? I think they're due for a little slide here. We saw their pitching start to take a dip with DeSclafani and Kevin Gausman. By the way, tomorrow I'm dropping this piece. The Giants, this video. The Giants, the broadcaster, he was on a radio show. He was on a radio show. Dave Fleming. You might know Dave Fleming. You know, he does national stuff. You see him do some football. He was on a radio show called The Roast in San Francisco, and he was saying the Dodgers aren't the same team since the crackdown on sticky stuff. He says that Julio Urias isn't the same pitcher. Walker Buehler isn't the same pitcher. Well, I'm going to call him out big time tomorrow for that bogus take he had, because guess what? What I like to say, guys, bring your facts to the fight, and the facts say otherwise. So he's talking a big game up there in San Francisco. He thinks that don't make time to listen to all the San Francisco broadcasts and things like that, hey, man, what else am I supposed to do with my life, right? So I know that he was talking about this Dodger pitching staff, and we're going to present some numbers that, like you said, haters are going to hate. Here we go. But, yeah, it was definitely a little bit of a bogus claim. But, yep, guys, hey, what a great day at the Ravine. If you were there, a special, memorable day. I know you're going to be watching football. You got the Rams, I think that's 5 or something. But, yeah, Dodgers, they get their 91st win of the season, 91-53 now, 49-23 at home. We'll be back on Tuesday. Clayton Kershaw makes his return from the IL. He hasn't made a start since July 3rd. That was in Washington. So hopefully he goes out there and he looks good. And if that's the case, I like what this Dodgers rotation is too, with Buehler, Scherzer, Urias. Then you got Kershaw and Gonsolin, who's looking better too. You throw David Price into that Dodgers bullpen as a high leverage guy. I like that. But, yep, guys, be sure to subscribe to the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel at youtube.com/DodgersNationTV. Be sure to gear up at gearup.la. Some of the best Dodgers t-shirt designs in the game. You're going to find it right over there. Also, if you haven't, download the app for my Android users, my iPhone users. We got some really cool filters. You like? Oh, by the way, I don't even have a picture of it on here, but a really cool Max Scherzer shirt. We also have this filter where you can put Max Scherzer, like the Mad Max mask face thing, on you, and all kinds of cool stuff. But yep, guys, see you guys Tuesday. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. But you know how we get down. It's bottom of the ninth. 2 outs. Let's get some final takes here. Some final takes from you guys. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Actually, I lost you guys already. But yeah, guys, thanks again for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let me open the comments again. Must have lost it here. You got any hot takes, anything you want to throw in at the end? Just let me know, and then we'll be out here. Fernando, Mookie is starting to heat up like he did before his IL stint. Yeah, I mean, post-All-Star break was fantastic. Dave Fleming, Mancuso are the three stooges of announcers. I like that from Sports Cards, Report Cards. Dodgers scored 2 runs tomorrow. We won a day game. Deborah Young, yeah. F the Giants from the Sponge 71. We got Let's Go Tony Crenshaw for tomorrow. Thanks for another awesome show. Thanks, Tina. Thanks for another great one. DMAC. Thanks, Anthony King. You the man. Cheers. Let's go Dodgers. But, yep, guys, thanks again. Be sure to Let's go Dodgers. Throw you one of those out here. I had a $100 donation. Really? Oh, man, that's crazy. That's going to the Scherzer pot. Thanks, guys. You guys are the best in the game. Hey, this show's going to be rolling big time. We're going to start bringing it every day once it gets close to that postseason. But look for new content all day, every day on the YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe. Need my fantasy team. Yeah, good luck to your fantasy teams out there for sure. Go look for the sticky stuff in the ocean. I think we're going to end on that one, Joe Cray. Always bringing the heat. Get that fire. But great show as always. Thanks, guys. Patrick Gagne. But see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Dodgers get the win. Max Scherzer is the certified shover boy today. And see you guys next time. Remember, nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
What a catch by Mookie Betts. Another home run for Corey Seager. Another strikeout for Kershaw. A robbery of Tatis. Score! Well snapped. This is what an ace looks like.
And tag out is Riley, a double play.